Hi guys, it said turn this way to stream and landscape. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. We're gonna try it. Hi guys, this is Renee here, waiting and willing to do some consciousness chats today. Decided I would just go for it. This is gonna be really weird, I can tell. I'm gonna try to hold this. Should have probably gone for the portrait version. But yeah, I just made some videos and it occurs to me that maybe there's people out and about that want to talk about consciousness today. So I thought I'd give it a few minutes and see what happened. So when I say consciousness, I'm talking about that whole why we are here, how we can make it work kind of thing. Welcome to the chat there. Say hi if you come in. Ask a question if you like. I'm open to talk about consciousness. We are all conscious if we're breathing and walking around, but there's more to it than that. So yeah, on the videos that I had made today, I keep realizing that a lot of the reason that people aren't having these conversations is because they're so busy with life that they really don't have time to even think about what they believe is unimportant, when in reality it's very important. It's very important because you can change your life simply by changing the way that you think. And you can change the way you think by realizing that you are able to change things in your life. Yes, life is a vicious circle. Isn't that the way it always is? Well, it doesn't have to be vicious. It can be happy and it can be amazing. And for many people it is. And then there's the rest of the world who don't understand that it can be. So that is what I'm here to talk about. Anybody that passes through consciousness conversations with Renee is happening now. So yeah, let's see. I got into some more videos over the weekend. That's always exciting for people that watch my videos. I'm back. So it's kind of hard to explain the things that I read. But what happened is it just kind of emphasized more of what I already believed, which for me, that's always exciting. Because sometimes you believe something and you think it's true, and then you run smack into something that tells you that maybe it's not so true. I didn't have that experience. So it can be hard, and that's kind of in one way why I like to chat about things like that, because I'm open for more information, and not as much information as the sharing of knowledge, because everyone has their own perspective on information that they run across. And I believe that's very important. Perspectives are important in life because each one of us has our own way of seeing things based on, hi, welcome to the chat, come on in. Your name and a question is welcome. So we all have our own perspective based on where we're from, what we've been through, how we were raised. Hi, nice to meet you there. That's awesome. So yeah, our perspective is based on our viewpoint. And so I think that it makes life worth living when we start to understand that, because you can have a conversation with someone. I have lots of conversations with people, and I can see they're just not getting it, and it's like but I understand that it's just a different way of seeing things. It's not wrong or it's not right. It's just the way that we see life. It's kind of like when I went on a cruise recently, and there were some times that I was not feeling that excited until it occurred to me, hey, you're on a cruise. And I would go to the the little deck area and look at the water. It is beautiful blue. And then I realized how there's no way I shouldn't be happy in this awesome environment. And I just a simple change of the way that I thought about it made it an even more awesome adventure, you know? And we just have to do that in our lives. You know, that's really what is happening in a lot of conversations. I would say all of them. If you're not seeing the same perspective, then, you know, you might as well just like take a break and start over later. So yeah, but I was here to talk about consciousness because I know it's not a topic that you're going to see on the news if you're really not into researching things like, you know, where we came from in the universe and how we got here, and goodness gracious, how we're going to continue in what we're shown that is like so horrible, you know. You know, the news is just craziness. Don't watch the news if you want to have a happy life. So that is important to know. Try to keep in the neutral areas. Stay on the fringes. So yeah, that's the way to survive. And there's a lot of people on Facebook that are really getting it. I think it's great. It is amazing. There are a lot of groups popping up, and a lot of them talk about law of attraction or quantum physics, or, you know, these things that our world is used to dealing with. But it's more, it seems like it's from a past time, like another civilization, because that's where we're getting our information from, like from, you know, Hermes and the Romans and all of this. We're finally opening up to the knowledge of the past in that way, so that we can move forward with these ideas that are very helpful. Welcome to the chat. You can leave your name and a question and ask me, what am I going on about? Just, you know, looking for topics that I enjoy. It's one of those days where I want to chat. So you pull out your phone and you start talking. Don't you just love YouTube? So yeah, a lot of people are using the past to go forward, and it's a lot of really good information out there. I know if anyone's ever heard of The Secret, I never saw it, but I guess I've kind of heard about it. They basically gave us an opportunity to look at life a little differently, just by putting it out there that there was a way you could control your reality and, you know, have a better life. And I think that's always a good thing. So I'm going to have to watch it one day. I keep hearing about it now. Yeah, so there's a lot of different groups online that are using law of attraction to be abundant and mostly to help one another with things that are happening in our lives. It's kind of like, it's a way to be in community if you just even want to ask questions in any of these groups. Hi, welcome to the chat. I'd like to have your name and a question. If you want to hang around and chat with me, that would be awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of different groups. I don't know, I had no idea there was like billions of Facebook groups online, but there are. Every time I do a search, I come up with something. So yeah, the law of attraction's been kind of an interesting draw. It kind of leads into other things, and it's not just fancy. It's part of how the world actually works, which is always awesome to learn something new about the world that we live in and we're moving through. And when you learn something new, it expands your universe. When you're in school and you learn something new about addition or subtraction or whatever, it expands your realm. So expanding our universe is very important, especially when it comes to things that are positive and they help people. And that's kind of what the law of attraction is doing. I actually don't like the term the law of attraction anymore because there's so many different versions. There's things like, what is it? Aaron Dowdy calls it reality surfing. He has his way of doing that. And then there's the quantum physics. And they all kind of work together with the law of opposites, which is really what the law of attraction is based on. And there are many laws that we are a part of that we don't even realize. I think the best place to start on that is the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I was not even really aware of all the agreements I made before I came here, but some of those agreements I don't agree with anymore. So there are ways to not agree anymore. That's very important for people. As a matter of fact, today I saw a question and someone said that someone told her in a reading that she's suffering because of her name and her date of birth, and that she needed to remove those blocks. And I thought, well, yeah, that's that's one of those things that the world needs to understand. We could be living in such an amazing, a more amazing place if we were aware of how we can fix our reality one person at a time. And I think that's something I want to share today is if you feel like you're in distress or you're frustrated and you don't know why or how you ended up this way, there's probably something going on with a block in your life that you're not aware of because you're not aware that you can have blocks. And it's just, it could be something simple, but I recommend a website. I'm going to give the YouTube name just because I don't know the exact website. But there's a guy on YouTube called Cameron Day, and he has a series of like 4 or 5 videos that go through clearing your blocks, very simple things you can do. And so it's like, it's something everybody needs to do, and you have to keep doing it probably because if you've lived a life more than a few days, you have these built-in blocks from not understanding that we are very powerful beings, and this environment that we're in is not exactly what it could be because we don't know kind of what we're doing. We're just kind of, going by our families, and our families generally just don't know any better. They just teach what they know, and so on and so on. And so it's no one's fault. It's just a matter of kind of getting rid of the old thinking so that you can see there's a lot of good thinking you can do by moving forward. My motto: change your mindset, change your world, change the way you think, the way you look at things. And then there's going to be your consciousness, your higher, whatever some people call it, your higher self. They'll start leading situations to help you. There's so much that you can do to move forward in life that's free. It's just a matter of changing the way you think. Oh my gosh, it's just so amazing. YouTube videos, yes. Start there. I recommend Cameron for the cleanup crew of your mind. And then Aaron Dowdy for making things better. Those are 2 right now that I really kind of, there's a way about people that I kind of am drawn to. And Aaron's very honest about where he is and what he's doing. And Cameron's the same way. And they're just very simple and wanting to help each other. And it's very important to be open to be helped. And so if you need to go back a couple steps, I'll just say that what could be happening is that your conscious mind, which is created to help you in things like remembering birthdays, dates, how to drive, and all these things that also was kind of a habitual thing, energy. It's kind of it's energy that's kind of like gets in a rut, you know. So when you say, "Oh, I want to watch this movie," and I've never watched this kind of movie before, but I think it might be kind of cool. And then your conscious mind says, "Oh no, we don't like those kind of movies because it's never seen you go to these movies before." And so, but you're like, "No, I really want to go." Your conscience starts making up all these excuses why you shouldn't go. When in reality, it doesn't really matter. But your consciousness is just trying to protect you. So, and then the other part of your mind is like, "Yes, go experience something new. It'll be fun." So that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with basically you're dealing with your very strict mother and your nomadic aunt. You know? So yeah, that's how it goes. So I'm not sure what else to talk about right now. I haven't had any questions yet. I might stop here. But anytime anyone sees these live videos, feel free to ask questions in the comments. I'll be happy to come back to do other lives for you. And have an awesome day. See if I can figure out how to close this up.